Have you ever wondered why, in the most difficult times, we can remain calm in the face of adversity, yet minor troubles can unsettle our minds? There are days when we wake up feeling ready to conquer the world, but even a small setback can feel like a struggle not to crumble under pressure. On days when you feel resilient, spilling coffee on a white shirt might just make you laugh before changing clothes. However, on days when you feel exhausted, the same incident can feel like the end of the world. What makes this significant difference? It's not the circumstances. Each of us has been disturbed by trivial matters, everyday things that usually have no impact. We often turn our heads and ignore major difficulties as if they were just part of life. The real difference lies in our mental strength. This strength helps us not depend on negative thoughts and not only overcome but also improve each day. Like physical strength, mental strength is also a muscle that we can and should develop to enhance the quality of our lives. So, through today's video, let's explore 10 lessons from Stoic philosophy that help build a solid mental foundation. So, no matter the situation, you can maintain your stance and move forward steadily. Before we start with the first lesson, please leave a comment. I embrace the challenge by watching till the end of the video and not missing any lessons. Are you ready? Leave your comment and let's get started. Lesson number 1. Focus on the present moment. Many of us spend a lot of time thinking about the past or the future. We might wish our lives were different in some way, regret things we've said or done, or silently judge the actions of those around us. Even when we're happy, we sometimes fear that happiness won't last, that we're not happy enough or are missing out in some way. Consider slowing down, focusing on the present moment, and enjoying what you are doing. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on living by nature and the present experience, offers valuable guidance for us. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "Remember that man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone or not yet revealed." Why should we focus on the present? Because when our minds wander to the past or future, we often feel anxious and uneasy. Living in the present not only helps reduce our anxiety but also enhances our creativity and efficiency. This is the first step in building mental resilience in our daily lives. Have you ever been so caught up in thoughts about what will happen next that you become unaware of the world around you? Mindfulness and meditation are useful tools to direct our minds towards the present. This practice not only makes us more awake and alert, but also opens up the possibility of a deeper understanding of our emotions and thoughts. The benefits of regularly focusing on the present are undeniable, from improving mental health to enhancing the quality of our daily lives. But how can we integrate mindfulness into our daily lives? Start by simplifying daily tasks. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply or look around your environment and truly feel everything. This teaches us to cherish each moment and see the value in every interaction. Keeping a daily journal is also a great tool to reflect and keep our minds present. Do you often record your thoughts and feelings to better understand your life experiences? Through this, we can learn to manage our thoughts and emotions more effectively, thereby enhancing our psychological resilience in all situations. Lesson number 2. Practice gratitude. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values." This quote reminds us of the importance of appreciating what we have, rather than yearning for things beyond our reach. When we pause and consider what we already possess, no matter how small, we begin to realize that our lives are richer than we thought. This not only makes us feel happier but also helps us face difficulties with a more positive mindset. Have you ever taken the time to reflect on the personal achievements and challenges you've overcome and felt grateful for them? Keeping a daily gratitude journal can develop into a powerful habit nurturing both mind and spirit. A gratitude journal not only helps us record the positives but also provides an opportunity to reflect on and cherish life. Are you ready to start this habit today? If you are ready, leave a comment. I am ready. Below this video. Did you know that one of the beauties of gratitude is its ripple effect? When you express gratitude to others, it not only strengthens your relationships, but also makes them feel valued in your life. This creates a positive feedback loop, reinforcing bonds and mutual understanding. Mindful or being fully aware is an integral part of developing gratitude. Through mindfulness practice, we learn to live in each moment and recognize its value, not as something obvious but as a gift. These reflections and acts of gratitude go beyond mere habit. They form the foundation for building mental strength and resilience. When we choose to see and appreciate life from a gratitude perspective, we not only affirm our belief in our endurance and personal growth, but also broaden our vision, aiming for a more fulfilling and meaningful life. During life storms, what truly determines our mental strength is not the turmoil itself, but how we perceive it. The philosopher Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." When you choose to view the world through the lenses of calmness and resilience, you not only change how you face difficulties but also open up the possibility of overcoming any challenge. This is a great starting point for building an unbreakable mind. Lesson number 3. Control your perception. Perception is not an exact copy of reality, but a relative phenomenon filtered through the emotions and personal experiences of each individual. The question arises, have you ever wondered if you are perceiving a situation accurately or merely reacting to pre-programmed biases in your mind? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." He emphasized that the power of perception can either create or destroy our reality. Distorted perception can lead to inappropriate decisions and negative emotions, while accurate and positive perception can strengthen resilience and cultivate inner peace. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It is the first step in adjusting our perception to be more aligned with reality and more beneficial for personal development. Mindfulness practice and cognitive restructuring are powerful tools to help us gain deeper and more objective insights into life, thereby minimizing distorted judgments and negative reactions. The influence of the environment and relationships on our perception cannot be denied. The people around us and the environment in which we live profoundly influence how we perceive the world. Therefore, choosing a positive environment and nurturing healthy relationships are essential to support accurate and profound perception. Ultimately, accurate perception not only builds inner strength but also helps us endure challenges. When facing difficulties, do you often remind yourself that you can control how you perceive and respond to that event? How we choose to perceive and react to the world not only shapes the present but also lays the foundation for our future. We believe that each person's journey is unique. How have you changed your perception of a particular situation, and what results has it brought? Please leave your comments below this video and let's discuss how we can apply Stoic philosophy to build mental resilience and progress every day. Lesson number 4. Be guided by reason. Reason and logic are not only tools for understanding the world, but also the foundation for making wise decisions. By balancing emotions and thoughts, we can approach issues comprehensively, thereby not only enhancing resilience but also strengthening clarity in problem solving. When we consciously regulate emotions, we avoid impulsive reactions and approach every situation with calmness. Developing critical thinking skills is a journey that requires us to constantly challenge and reevaluate what we perceive as true. Questions like, are my emotions clouding my judgment? Or is this the best solution? Not only open up new solutions but also push us to think deeply about ourselves and our decisions. Through this process, we learn to reflect, reassess ourselves regularly, abandon old thoughts, and move forward with renewed and steadfast belief. Imagine a project manager named Mark facing a serious failure at work. The project he led failed to meet its goals, and now Mark must deal with pressure from superiors as well as disappointment from the team. Instead of letting emotions take over, he decides to focus on logic to analyze the root causes of the problem. Mark starts by asking each team member to discuss the challenges they faced, thereby identifying weaknesses in project management and errors in resource allocation. During his quarterly performance review, Peter's boss comments that he hasn't met project deadlines and the quality of his work is below expectation. Instead of feeling hurt or reacting negatively, Peter listens calmly and decides to reassess his work methods. He realizes he can improve time management and work quality by implementing new tools and enrolling in a project management course. Peter doesn't let criticism affect his self-esteem or personal happiness. Instead, He sees it as an opportunity for self-improvement and career growth. As a result, Peter not only improves his work performance but also boosts his confidence and earns respect from colleagues and superiors. In the journey to find inner happiness, daily practice of mindfulness and self-reflection is essential. The ultimate purpose of detachment is not only to achieve freedom from unwary worries but also to cultivate profound contentment, allowing us to live fully in any circumstances. Before we move on to Lesson 6, we want to express our gratitude for accompanying us through half of this video. Your patience and attention not then. He and the team focus on developing an improvement plan based on these findings while also implementing new testing methods to minimize risks in the future. In this case, applying reason not only helps the manager control emotions but also turns a negative situation into an opportunity for development and learning. In this way, Mark and his team were able to effectively overcome challenges thanks to their insight and steadfastness in thinking. Have you ever experienced a situation where reason helped you overcome? How did regulating emotions and applying logic in that decision change your perception of the issue? There is nothing more valuable than training oneself to act with reason. In a world full of changes, this ability is not only the key to coping with challenges, but also a solid foundation for personal development every day. An unbroken mind is a mind that knows how to use reason as a guiding light in the night of doubt and confusion. When looking at life, there are things we cannot control or change. But can we learn to let go of them without losing patience and mental strength? Let's explore Lesson number 5. Lesson number 5. Practice detachment. The pursuit of inner peace is not merely a need but also an art. Stoic philosophy, guided by great philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, offers us a powerful tool: detachment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you can cut your mind free of what other people do and say, of what you've said or done, of the things that you're afraid will happen, the impositions of the body that contains you, and the breath within, and what the whirling chaos sweeps in from outside, so that the mind is freed from fate, brought to clarity, and lives life on its own recognizance, doing what's right, accepting what happens, and speaking the truth." The essence here is not indifference or coldness but the ability to maintain a mind not dependent on things beyond our control. The benefits of practicing detachment are demonstrated through the ability to remain calm amidst storms. When we don't allow external events to dictate our emotions, we can approach all matters calmly and logically, thus making more accurate and effective decisions. This practice begins with becoming aware of how we react to events around us. More importantly, we need to develop self-awareness and understand the origins of our emotions, not letting them dictate our actions. Consider Peter, an office worker in a tech company. Not only does this video demonstrate the value of practicing emotional detachment, but it also serves as clear evidence that you are learning to accept things beyond your control. It's a significant step in developing mental strength. If you find these lessons helpful, please like and share this video with others. It will not only help us but also encourage our community to grow stronger together. Stay tuned for the rest of the video and continue exploring the next lessons with us. Lesson number 6. Accept what you cannot change. I'm not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4 verses 11 to 13. Worrying about things you cannot change will not bring you peace. Anger or bitterness about things you cannot change will not bring you peace. Feeling guilty about things you cannot change will not bring you peace. There is only one thing that can bring peace to your life, and that is accepting the things you cannot change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control and some things are not." This is a powerful reminder of the importance of acceptance. By letting go of the need to control things beyond our control, we free ourselves from unnecessary worries and pressures. In acceptance, we not only learn to live in peace with the present but also open ourselves to embrace the future, no matter what form it may take. The practice of acceptance can begin by observing and acknowledging our own emotions when faced with challenging situations. Mindfulness meditation or keeping an emotional journal can be helpful tools to identify and gradually let go of negative emotions we feel when unable to change a situation. Finally, I want to ask you, have you ever experienced relief by accepting something you cannot change? How did that feel, and has it changed how you approach difficulties in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The lesson of acceptance is not only a part of Stoic philosophy but also a key to building a resilient mind. When we learn to accept, we not only free ourselves from the shackles of what cannot be changed but also expand our ability to adapt and grow personally in any circumstance. Lesson number 7. Cultivate inner peace. Have you ever felt distant from yourself, disconnected from your being? Have you ever suddenly realized a craving for inner peace? Each of us is on our journey with different destinations, but there comes a time when we realize, compared to the chaos and negativity outside, returning to oneself, nurturing inner peace, is more important than ever. Nurturing inner peace is not just a choice but a vital need. As Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "The mind is never right but when it is at peace with itself." This emphasizes the connection between the mind and emotions, showing that true peace comes from our ability to control our thoughts. At the core of nurturing inner peace is understanding that while we can't control every event in life, we can control our reactions to those events. This requires constant practice and patience with oneself, as well as practicing acceptance and gratitude for what we have. A concrete example of applying inner peace in daily life can be seen in the story of a frontline hospital doctor in a high-pressure and stressful environment. He learned to redirect attention from uncontrollable disturbances to improving small steps he could influence by focusing on his work and practicing gratitude for the efforts of colleagues. He created a peaceful space in his mind, helping him overcome daily challenges. Inner peace is also valued as part of a spiritual journey. This doctrine emphasizes the importance of seeking peace through deep connection with the divine while sharing love and compassion with others. Learning to let go of worries and trusting in divine guidance is the first step towards a peaceful life where souls are elevated and spirits are renewed. Through practicing these lessons, we can develop a resilient mind, creating a solid foundation to face challenges without losing inner tranquility. This peace not only enhances our quality of life, but also motivates us to continue moving forward regardless of circumstances. In everyone's life, there are often trials and obstacles. When facing storms, Stoic philosophy advises that it's not the outcome but the persistent action to overcome challenges that matter most. This is not just advice but a powerful reminder of the unbreakable strength of human will. It's the foundation of mental resilience where we not only overcome difficulties but also learn to accept and turn suffering into motivation to move forward, continuing the journey without stepping back. Lesson number 8. Keep moving forward. There are few lessons deeper than perseverance and an unrelenting desire to move forward when faced with challenges. Stoic philosophy not only teaches us how to accept difficulties but also guides us on how to turn them into motivation for personal growth. To truly keep moving forward, we need to set clear and sustainable goals. These goals serve as beacons guiding us through the darkness of disappointment and doubt. But how do we maintain motivation even when the path becomes rocky? In addition to setting goals, surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals and sharing our vision is equally important. They not only provide emotional support but also serve as sources of inspiration to never give up. Next, reflect on your progress and achievements. Every step, no matter how small, is part of a larger journey towards self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes that reflection is not just a mental activity but a way of life. Lastly, the importance of building inner strength and resilience cannot be overstated. We must learn to apply lessons from challenges and turn them into stepping stones for personal development. If you have drawn lessons from lesson number 8 for yourself, please leave a comment below the video's comment section saying, "I will move forward and never retreat." Lesson number 9. Cultivate humility and empathy. Before delving into lesson number 10, let's explore a concrete example of humility and empathy in Stoic history, which can be seen in Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor. Despite being in the highest position of power, he still dedicated time every day to reflect on his mistakes and limitations, reminding himself that he was just a part of the vast universe. When faced with a slave who accidentally spilled wine on the table, instead of reacting angrily, he paused, acknowledged that mistakes are inevitable in life, and thus forgave, demonstrating deep empathy. Through the story of Marcus Aurelius, we draw the lesson that by nurturing humility and empathy, we not only cultivate personal virtues, but also build a solid foundation to face every challenge in life. Humility is not self-deprecation but a profound awareness of one's limitations and the impermanence of all achievements. Empathy is the ability to understand and share others' emotions, an essential skill that helps us connect with those around us sincerely and deeply. By continuously cultivating humility and empathy, we not only free ourselves from the shackles of arrogance and selfishness, but also expand our understanding and love for others, building a more sustainable world. True to the spirit of Stoic philosophy, we're curious. Have you ever experienced a situation where you needed to demonstrate humility or empathy? How did that change your approach to the relationships around you? Please share your story and insights in the comments. Lesson number 10. Embrace adversity. Embrace adversity is not just a concept. It is a call to action in Stoic philosophy, a guide for us to not only survive through difficulties, but also thrive from those challenges. Adversity is not an enemy but a teacher, a source of inspiration for us to self-improve. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, once wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Through this statement, Seneca not only affirms that hardship is unavoidable but also necessary for building inner strength and character. This gives us a new perspective on how to approach challenges, not with fear or avoidance, but with courage and acceptance. So the question I want to pose to you, the viewer, is, have you ever experienced a significant challenge that later you realized helped you grow? This question not only prompts reflection on personal experiences, but also invites you to share your story, thereby creating a space for mutual exchange and support in the community. In conclusion, the concept of embracing adversity in Stoic philosophy is a powerful life strategy. It not only helps us confront and overcome difficulties, but also turns them into stepping stones for progress and personal development. By accepting and even welcoming adversity, we not only build mental resilience, but also approach life with a positive attitude and clear purpose. Together, we have explored 10 timeless lessons from Stoic philosophy to build unbreakable mental strength. Let's help each other grow. Which of these 10 lessons will change your life? Which lesson impresses you the most? Share your experiences below for others to learn from. If you find these lessons helpful, don't forget to show them by liking and sharing this video with your loved ones. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now to not miss out on any lessons in the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Stay tuned for the next videos displayed at the end of today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.